Attachment theory is something that I got so lit up about years ago, and it's become a huge backbone in the work that I do. And I think that it's a backbone that's missing in a lot of human to human relationships, whether you're a therapist or a healer or this or that. I think that a lot of people would benefit from understanding. So with attachment theory, it's the study of how we learn to relate and how to attach to other people. And this starts with our experience with our early caregivers and parents and adults around us. We learn how to connect or how to attach in a way that feels okay for us. And there's a number of different strategies that humans can use. So you can be a securely attached person, meaning you primarily feel comfortable being close, having intimacy with other people, as well as feeling comfortable on your own when you're independent. You're comfortable in the closeness and the distance. You can be anxiously attached, or otherwise known as ambivalent. These people usually describe themselves as clingy. I feel like I just need to stick to the person. I feel really insecure. There could be, jealousy. There could be lots of fear of getting abandoned, essentially. And so it can make us feel activated and feel like we need to be with a partner or with a person. And for some people, they might actually have anxiety when they're single. People are different, but it's a possibility with that one. Then there is avoidant. You can attach in an avoidant kind of way, interestingly. Avoidant people are usually perceived as being emotionally distant, emotionally closed off, not open to intimacy, essentially. And these people look overly self-reliant. There's always kind of this space or this wall. And then there is fearful avoidant or disorganized. And this is a combination of the avoidant and the anxious. And with this one, there's this big push and pull. So they deeply desire intimacy and closeness, and they're terrified of it. They want vulnerability, and they're terrified of vulnerability. And so humans can end up in any one of these categories. It's surprisingly common. A lot of people are not securely attached. Obviously, secure attachment is a lot of people's goals. They want to feel comfortable with relationship, in relationship, and they want to feel comfortable on their own. That's usually the ideal. Now, many, many, many of us do not fall into that category. And different relationships can bring up different things and bring out different things. So it's not as black and white as it sounds. And different times in your life might bring out different things. And these things are malleable and they can change. And that's where people like myself or other people who work in the realm of human relationships come in, is that we start to learn new ways of being in relationship rather than always defaulting to avoiding or numbing or pushing the person away, or always defaulting to clinging and feeling that desperation. We start to explore those things as they come up. We're not pushing them away or shaming them or healing them away or fixing them or anything. They come up and we notice them and we get curious about them. We be with them. And then over time, you're exposed to new ways of being in relationship also, which is modeled to you from your practitioner. So in my opinion, attachment theory is I just think it's crucial for many, 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 many practitioners to understand and to bring into their healing, including, I think it'd be great for, medical professionals, anyone who works with people, really, to know about this kind of stuff. And it's really good to know about yourself, right? So if this video isn't clear enough or doesn't have enough info, please go Google it. Like this really changed my life, and it was very, very helpful for my healing. No, it didn't fix everything, but it gave me awareness to look at myself through a different kind of lens. So I know that attachment theory and attachment work, I talk about that. I have it in my bio. I have it in my description on my website. And I know a lot of people are like, what the heck is attachment work? What's attachment theory? So that's just a little concise bit about what it is. And another thing I want to go into as well is that lots of this stuff, like most of this stuff is subconscious and it's running under the surface in every person. It doesn't matter whether you know it's there or not. We have all kinds of subconscious things in our psyche. And so our attachment style and our attachment strategies and our previous relationship experience and or trauma has massive, massive, far-reaching effects on things that people think are just instinctual. So one thing I want to talk about in particular is attraction. A lot of people, oh, I'm just attracted to bad boys, or I'm just attracted to whatever kind of person. I'm attracted to people who are clingy for some reason, or I'm attracted to people who are like this. There's kind of this trope. Attraction is all of these parts of ourselves that we think are so innate. Many of them, not all of them by any means, but many of them are affected to some degree by our past and by things that have happened in our life. So, for example, you can be attracted to people who are emotionally distant because that feels safe. My parent was emotionally distant, and so now all I know is that space, and all I know is to pursue. And so now when there's somebody here who's someone I can pursue, I feel a pull, right? And maybe the other way around. All I've ever known is being closed off, and so when somebody's kind of chasing me, that feels good. And so I'm drawn to people who are maybe more anxiously attached. And again, it's not as black and white as I'm making it sound, but these are elements that affect things. Another thing too is that your attraction to someone can change. So a lot of things that happen for people when you are so used to being attracted to a certain type of person, and maybe it's unavailable, maybe there's some sort of kind of dysfunction that you're drawn to in these people. When you see someone or meet someone who is safer, more available, more secure, maybe more love, maybe more grounded, there's less extremes, less chaos. A lot of us who have relational trauma look the other way. Like there's no appeal. There's absolutely no appeal. There's no sparks, there's no pull, there's no seeming attraction. And this kind of thing can be from what happened in your past. And as you heal, as you work through your stuff, and as you learn to become more grounded, more secure with other humans, people can literally look different to you. And so someone who looked attractive, literally physically seemed attractive to you before, might not now. You're like, what the heck did I see in that person? And now, someone who you never considered ever suddenly seems really appealing because you've changed, right? So these things that seem so innate, a lot of these things are more malleable than we think.